Hello and welcome to another English class. Today we are continuing our journey through passive voice. In the first video I spoke about the grammar and uses. In the second video I spoke about using passive voice in present simple, present continuous, past simple and past continuous. Today we're looking at present perfect, past perfect, using passive voice with the perfect infinitive and the infinitive. Okay, you're going to hear the words past participle a lot today, okay? So if you don't like those words, sorry. Present perfect, active sentence. Someone has fixed the car, okay? We take the object, it becomes the subject, the car has been fixed. We use has been because it's present perfect. We must use the verb to be in passive voice, and we must use been because it's perfect. Has been, have been, had been, and then the past participle of the verb because it's passive voice. So two past participles. The only things that change are the subject and the conjugation. I have, you have, he, she, it has, we have, you have, they have. Then been, then the past participle. This never changes. If you're using passive voice in present perfect, this never changes. All right then, past perfect. Active sentence, someone had broken the window. For a passive sentence, we take the window, the object, and we make it the subject, and then we follow this rule, had, been, and then the past participle. In this case, the window had been broken. Okay, this changes, this never changes. Had been broken, had been done, had been made, had been enjoyed, had been constructed, had been taught. Okay, this changes depending on the context. Obviously, the right verb must be used. Right, now let's use the passive voice with the perfect infinitive. The perfect infinitive is have. Okay, that's it. I talked about this in my videos about modal verbs. Modal verbs in the past, not all of them, most of them, use the perfect infinitive. Should have, would have, could have, to talk about the past. For example, in the present, this would be somebody should do it, or in the future, somebody should do it. But for the past, somebody should have, and then the past participle, because this is the perfect infinitive. We always use the past participle with perfect verbs. Should have done it. Okay? Somebody should have done it. Why is it still there? Somebody should have done it. Passive voice, we take it. It becomes the object, becomes the subject. It should have been done. Again, should have, for here, should have, same thing. Here, we have to use the verb to be, remember? To be. We have to use the verb to be in passive voice. And again, we have to use been because it's a perfect verb. So, should have been, and then we have to use the past participle of the verb because it's passive. I told you, past participle, past participle, past participle. It's very common in these sentences, obviously. Should have been done. It should have been made. It should have been finished. It should have been drunk. It should have been eaten. It should have been destroyed. Okay, this changes. And obviously, if you have, you can have a subject here. The work should have been done. We use the passive because we didn't give the job to anyone. Just, I want someone to do that job. The job should have been done. I don't care who, by, but it should have been done by somebody. Okay, and again, with passive voice, you can say by the subject, but we often don't know the subject. So, there you go. Right, the infinitive now. Now, when you're using modal verbs in the present or future, then you would use the infinitive, because modal verbs are always followed by the infinitive without to. Okay, here, modal verb, here, the infinitive without to. This is the perfect infinitive. Okay, nobody can explain it. That's active. Nobody can explain it. It, object becomes the subject. can't, right, be explained. We have to use be, and we have to use the infinitive of be because it's after a modal verb, and we have to use be because it's passive voice. It can't be, it must be, it should be, it shouldn't be, it might be, it may be, it wouldn't be. And then the past participle of the verb because it's passive voice. It can't be explained. This phenomenon can't be explained. Okay? You might think, why is it can here and can't here? Because here nobody is negative, so you can't use a double negative, so nobody can explain it. It can't be explained by anybody. Okay? Not by nobody. You would say it can be explained by nobody, but that's a weird sentence. It can't be explained by anybody. You can't use two negatives. You can't say nobody can't. Okay. Well, I hope you understood all of that. It seems quite complicated, but it really isn't. If you get your head round it, it really isn't. It's structure. That's all. It's just all about structure. And the structure rarely changes from tense to tense. There are slight changes. But here, we only change has or have. Here, we don't change had. It's always had. So it should be... I hope it works for you. I hope you understand this. Please subscribe to the channel for daily English videos. Hit like, thumbs up, please. I appreciate that. Share this with anyone you know who is learning English. And say hello, or sorry, leave a comment if you have any doubts or questions, or if you want to say hello. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying till the end. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you very soon for another English video. Bye-bye.